Dear student, once again I am discussing Coulomb's law in vector form. So in this, first I have drawn the three axes, that is x-axis, y-axis and z-axis, and we have taken 2-point charge, one at A, that is positive charge q1, and another charge q2 at point B, and this is the origin O. So the position vector of point A is represented as r1 vector, and position vector of point B is represented as r2 vector. These are the two position vector of q1 and q2, and the vector AB is represented as r1 2 vector. So here r1 is the position vector OA. This is position vector of q1, r2, that is OB, position vector of q2 charge. Then vector starting from q1 to q2 is AB vector, and this AB vector is equals to r12 vector, that is equals to r2 minus r1 vector. This is equation number 1. In the same way, vector starting from q2 to q1, that is BA vector, is equals to r21, that is r1 minus r2 vector. Now as we know that unit vector along vector AB, that is equals to AB cap. So AB cap, that is the unit vector, is r12 cap, that is equals to r12 vector upon its mod value. So a unit vector is always represented in this term, that is r2 vector minus r1 vector upon its mod value r2 minus r1. This is the mod r2 minus r1. This is the representation of a unit vector along AB. Now the force on charge q2 due to q1 is F21 which is along vector AB. This force F21 is given as F21 vector, that is equals to K Q1 Q2 upon R12 का whole square into unit vector of AB cap, that is equals to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 upon R12 square. This is R12 cap unit vector. So this is F21 vector is equals to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 upon R12 square, R12 vector upon its mod value F21 vector is written as 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 upon R12 का whole cube into R12 vector. So this final, we are writing the result 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 upon this R12 vector is written as R2 minus R1 का whole cube into R12 vector is written as R2 vector minus R1 vector. This is mod value and this is a vector notation. So this is the final result we are getting. In the same way, similarly, for force F12, that is acting on charge Q1 due to Q2 charge, is given by F12 vector is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 upon R21 का whole square, and this is given by BA unit vector, because this F12, this force direction is along the unit vector BA. So this can be written as 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 upon R21 का whole square BA vector upon its mod value. So this final result we are getting 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 upon R21 का whole cube R21 vector. Finally, we are writing this notation as 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 upon R1 minus R2 का mod का whole cube, and this R1 vector minus R2 vector. This is the notation for the F12 force in vector form. Now there is one question. This is the NCERT example question which is based on superposition principle. Here in this question it is saying that the consider three charges Q1, Q2, Q3 each equal to plus Q charge, this is positive charge, at vertices of an equilateral triangle of side L. What is the force on a charge plus capital Q placed at the centroid of the triangle? So here the figure is given. This is an equilateral triangle, all the sides are equal, and here there are three charges which are placed, that is Q1, Q2 and Q3 at point A, B and C, all having plus small q charge, and there is one charge, that is plus capital Q, which is placed here at the centroid. So here plus Q charge is placed, and this is the test charge. This is the test charge. On this test charge, plus Q, we have to find the forces due to other three charges. So in this first we will take here in the figure that AD is perpendicular to BC. It is given here AD is perpendicular to BC, and this is an equilateral triangle, so every angle will be 60 degree. Every angle, A, angle B, angle C, all are 60 degree, and half of this angle will be 30, because this complete angle will be 60, so its half angle will be 30 degree. So by applying Pythagoras theorem in ABD triangle ABD, we apply Pythagoras theorem. This is 90 degree, so this angle A is 30 degree, so cos 30 will be AD upon AB, because this is base and this is hypotenuse, so cos of 30 will be base upon hypotenuse. So cos 30 will be AD upon AB, so AD will be AB into cos 30. AB is given, length is L, and cos 30 is root 3 by 2. So we have got this AD length. Now we know that the distance AO, we have to find this distance AO of the centroid O from A. ये distance क्या है? AO distance क्या है? Centroid O से A तक की जो दूरी है, and this will be 2/3 of AD. We know that the centroid distance from the vertex is 2/3 times that vertical line, that is AD. So 2/3 of L root 3 by 2. So we have got AO, that is L by root 3. Now the force on plus Q plus capital Q test charge due to the first charge Q1 small q at A. This force F1 will be 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught capital Q small q upon L by root 3 whole square, that is this distance, because we are considering these two charges, so the distance between these two charges is AO. So L by root 3 square along the unit vector AO, because this force is in which direction? This force is in this direction. This F1 force is in this direction, downward along AO. So this is the AO unit vector along AO. Now this we have solved, and we have got F1 force as 3 capital Q small q upon 4 pi epsilon naught L square along AO. Similarly, the force on plus capital Q at O due to the other charge, that is Q2 plus small q at B. Now due to this charge, the force at capital Q will be F2 force. This will be 3 capital Q small q by 4 pi epsilon naught L square along BO, because this direction is BO, along this direction, that is BO. Now similarly, the third force, that is F3 on capital Q at O centroid due to third charge, that is Q3 at C, will be F3, that is 3 capital Q small q upon 4 pi epsilon naught L square along CO, this unit vector, along this unit vector CO, because this is the force, this is F3. So we know that the angle between F2 and F3 force is 120 degree. From the figure we know that this F2 force and this F3 force, from the figure we know that this F2 force and this F3 force, this angle is 120 degree. This angle is 120 degree between them. So by parallelogram law of vector addition, which we have studied in class 11, the formula is given as the resultant vector. This is FR, that is the resultant vector FR. Here the F23, this resultant vector is FR or F23. You can take FR resultant vector or F23. This is F2 square F3 square plus 2F2 F3 cos of angle between them, that is 120 degree. We know that cos 120 is minus 1 by 2. Now F2 and F3 both mod value are equal, because magnitude part is equal for F2 and F1 and F3. All the magnitudes are equal. F1 equals to F2 equals to F3. All the mod value are equal because they are similar charges. So F square, this will be F square, this will be also F square, this will be also F square. So we will be getting this 2F square minus F square. We get F square under root, that is equals to F, and this will be along OA direction. This will be along OA direction, that is this direction. This is OA direction. This is AO in downward, this OA, that is FR resultant vector. So we have got this vector F23, that is the FR resultant vector along OA direction. Now the net force, that is total net force on charge plus capital Q at O will be F net, that is equals to F1 plus F23, that is equals to F1 we have got from here, and F23 we have getting from here. So we know that AO vector is equals to minus of OA vector, because both the vector are opposite in direction. So we have got this, we will be changing, AO will be equals to minus OA, and the net force we will be getting 0. So this is the solution of this